Now today we're going to go over a crazy theory that Gojo turned himself into a cursed object before death, allowing him to split himself into his two eyes just like Sukuna did with his fingers. This theory was made from NoobTuber, so all credit goes to him on this crazy theory. The biggest what if is on Gojo potentially coming back. It has been some time now since his death, and many are hoping for a return from Gojo, but it might not be what everyone expects. I can definitely see Gojo becoming a cursed object and having Yuji become the vessel for him. The biggest part of this mystery is that currently after seeing Gojo's body, we don't know what's been done to it yet or how they will deal with this body as they are tied up with Sukuna currently. It would be great to see Gojo come back in a crazy way to once help his students and live on. We know from Sukuna that he was able to turn himself into a cursed object after seeing it only one time. I think Gojo could also have this up his sleeve as he was a very smart being as well and could adapt to things very fast. It's still a big theory, but this could show Gojo trying to win by any means necessary, especially if he can use his power to give on to his students. Sukuna becoming the king of curses was due to his overwhelming strength, but he was defeated once a long time ago and has now traversed the ages, becoming stronger and stronger. We learned in Sukuna's philosophy where he talks about how love is worthless and he had a lesson on it once from someone, but Gojo and Kashimo would have been better to teach that lesson to. Sukuna was born a curse, unwanted wrench, so he doesn't know if he was born the strongest or ended up becoming it. Gojo on the other hand is different, and instead of being the king of curses, he can showcase his own way and battle that rivals Sukuna's loneliness of being the strongest. If Gojo became a cursed object, he could be able to ascend to Sukuna's level by achieving the same cursed mastery of immortality. By doing this, Gojo could rise to new heights and be able to have the power to defeat Sukuna this time. Sukuna reigns from another era and is regarded as the strongest. What if now the strongest of the current era were to also become a cursed object like Sukuna and gain more power? KiiNGKhyy is really good at hitting many things, and it is a big possibility to see Gojo once again. I think his death was very impactful for the story, but it might be too early to say Gojo's full goodbye. How crazy would it be for the strongest to become a cursed object as well? I'm really hoping we can see Gojo again, and his death will evolve the characters even more to be able to defeat Sukuna. I don't see how Yuji and Higuruma could defeat Sukuna earlier, and maybe we might see Yuji have his own curse technique soon enough. There are many theories going on, and we still have a lot to think about as the chapters move forward. Chapter 236 brought a good moment for life as they talked to Gojo about going south or north, and going south means you would like to return to who you once were. Curses can bring people back to life the same way sorcery can. This could be a huge setup for Yuji to eat Gojo's eyes and take over his cursed abilities. Yuji has already expressed how he will eat anything to defeat Sukuna, and this could be something that would happen. The question is whether Gojo would have been able to turn himself into a cursed object before death. That is still the biggest mystery as we don't know. Many have done theories on Buddhism tying together with Gojo and how he could come back enlightened from many symbols and foreshadowing. Yuji with Gojo's curse technique would be insane, he could really be a show. This could also be the reason why Yuji never developed a specific curse ability, because he was meant to combine with Gojo. Unless we see him use his own curse technique in chapter 239, KiiNGKhy's plan could be for Yuji to take over Gojo's curse techniques to defeat Sukuna. It makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Yuji had a great resistance to Sukuna and would be able to control Gojo's power if in his hands. We had already seen what happened before when Yuji and Sukuna faced off, and Yuji will need more firepower to be able to handle Sukuna's onslaught, but I think he would do better than Gojo in terms of Sukuna's attacks due to them being the same body, and Yuji is dipped into Sukuna's cursed energy. With Gojo coming back, it will allow Gojo to show Sukuna what it means to be loved. Gojo regrets not being able to show Sukuna the true meaning of love and to understand him. Instead, he fought with his all and it wasn't good enough. This time if he comes back, he will finally get that chance with Yuji to defeat Sukuna and show him what love is. Yuji is the perfect epicenter for love as he just wants to save people and die with many friends around him. Gojo can go down the same path as Sukuna, but instead of trying to take over someone's body, he can coexist with Yuji, and his love for his students will allow him to achieve greater power than Sukuna by defeating Sukuna when combined with Yuji. This is something a loner like Sukuna would not be able to understand since he wasn't able to understand love. That would make the perfect rally for Yuji to become the honored one and use Gojo's death as a catalyst to win against Sukuna. Yuji defeating Sukuna seems like a potential finale for the series, and who knows how many more people will die in the process. Yuji has to be able to take on Gojo's will and defeat Sukuna himself. Many people will now go after Sukuna to try to defeat him, but he has now defeated the two best sorcerers of their respective times. He has no weaknesses at all and has crushed Megumi's soul. Sukuna has Maharaga that is fully adapted to Infinite Void and Limitless. Yuji will have to come up with something crafty to be able to take down the King of Curses. A fully merged Gojo and Yuji would be unstoppable. They could work really well in favor together, just like Angel and Hannah. Many people meme Gojo for saying he would win and how he's a fraud, but what if Gojo saying he'd win didn't necessarily mean himself would win? Gojo did lose the battle, yes, but the war is not over yet. If Gojo does come back through Yuji as a curse technique, he could win that way and make good on his promise that he would win. We all came to an early conclusion on Gojo, but his reason for saying he could win would be different than what we all think. Time will tell what happens for Gojo and Sukuna, but man has this series been on fire lately. Who will come out on top, and just how will Yuji be able to defeat Sukuna? The fight between Sukuna and Gojo was already won for the ages, and now Sukuna has reverted back to his original form and seems to have no damage on him. We have now seen him off-screen two of the best sorcerers, and he continues to take out everyone in his way. The story revolves around him, and there really is no way to defeat him currently. He's the best for a reason, and is showing it. Yuji is someone who can make Sukuna understand, as he wasn't born the strongest or had the same ideologies as Gojo and Sukuna. He gives a different perspective and is much human. He will be the one who teaches Sukuna about love and humanity. We know what Sukuna's regard for love is, and he really has no more humanity to him. Many people speculate Yuji could be Sukuna's human side that he discarded, and KiiNGKhyy put it back to become a vessel for Sukuna. The best moment for Yuji was when he asked Sukuna why he can't just live without causing suffering. Sukuna tells him that why is everyone so weak? Sukuna, humans are nothing more than a creature that falls apart at a touch, and they say they want to be happy. He has no regard for human life and doesn't care. He kills if he wants to and slaughters if he wants to. Yuji in this moment remembers that these gods are and will always be curses. We will see just what Yuji can accomplish to defeat the King of Curses. Well, I thank you guys for watching the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back in the next one. Peace.